I'm thirsty.
Many long journeys, the beginning is also the end. As such, DJ Clyde finds himself back at Trader Joe's with blueberry lavender flavored almond beverage. It's oh so nutty, oh so sweet, oh so creamy, and 100% dairy free. It's the perfect balance of fruity and floral. It's gluten free, it's lactose free, it's soy free, and a great vegan alternative to regular milk.
Should we make this a big episode? I think so. I think this is gonna end up being a big episode. So you know what? For the benefit of those people out there who just want to see me review this item, here's the timestamp. Just skip to there and you'll see me review this item to your heart's content. As for now, I got a whole laundry list of things that I need to take care of. Here it is, episode 303 already, and there's a difficult conversation that I've been putting off. I think it's about time I get to it. Don't worry, it's not with you guys. It doesn't affect you at all. Just something that I have to do. Just bear with me. Alright guys, as you are all aware, I've been doing some exploring, and Gladys and I last week went on a little field trip at the end of the episode. I found something called a Zizazizazix. Yeah, I thought so too. It's just behind the upstairs wall. It takes a bit to find it, but basically it's your ticket out of here. Out of Limbo. Into the real world. I think it might be the same one that Mocha was trying to tell me about. But it's useless to me. I mean, it's only a little thing. I can barely fit my head through it. But a small dog could certainly fit. I don't want to lose you guys, but at the same time, I don't want to jail you here. I thought you had the right to know, and whatever you guys want to do, you have my full support. What? love me. You really do love me. Wow, guys, that really means so much to me. Alright, Donut, you've always been the most disgruntled of the bunch. What say you? And what are you smirking about? You what? Why the hell didn't you say anything? Lest we forget, there is still one more here who might want to speak up. Stumpy? Now, you being a cold-blooded creature, you might not have a high chance of survival out in the real world, but I certainly don't want to keep you here against your will. What do you say? You want to be set free? So, that sounds to me like you want to go then. Stumpy, you know you're always welcome here, but this is Limbo, don't forget. There's very little adventure I can offer you here. Out there, it's a whole new world, a whole new slew of opportunities. Are you absolutely sure you... But everything is small from inside a tiny glass box. Well, alright guys, so then we're all in agreement. This changes nothing. Good chat, good chat. Well, look at the time. Well, you know how it is. It's time for me to get to it. Wow! Well, that went a whole lot better than I thought it would. So, I guess to celebrate, I think it's about time we do another edition of Mocha's Limbo Grub 10! Over these past 6 years or so, I have eaten and drank things that most people see only in dreams and nightmares. Oftentimes it's difficult to put into words these foreign tastes that I've found in my mouth. In such instances, I normally turn to pop culture in a futile attempt to compare. And yeah, I wet my beak in a lot of mainstream stuff like all y'all, but having the demented mind that I do, I have seen a lot of weird things that maybe a lot of people do not know. I have pulled from places that have left a lot of people wondering, what the hell? So this list will be dedicated to those strange little bits, those quotes and comparisons that seem to come out of nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you part 1 of DJ Clive's Top 20 Limbo Grub Obscure References. My God! If I were to quote Sammy Sosa...
It's so real.
Sammy Sosa High Heat Baseball 2001. Catch it.
It's so real.
Lord Jaggy technique. Fist of the North Star. Don't ever let him tell you that anime rots your brain. It's the garlic! Nobody wants to be drinking garlic! I feel like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger from that scene in End of Days. Remember where he makes that weird shake and he throws like a pizza in the blender and he like maybe dumps some beer, whatever food he had laying on the floor because he lived like a slob. He blends it all up and he drank it. You can't tell me that he enjoyed that! My mystery tag team partner, you might call him. And all I've got to say is, my new doggy partner is going to shake things up around here, because he is none other than the Shake Master! Ah! Shake Master. Oh.
Our partner is going to shack the world because he is none other than the Shack Master! All right! The Shack Master!
I told you. Oh, God.
The Colt Suavicin Special, chicken ramen with greens, soft-boiled eggs, and miso broth. Hey, remember that episode of Ranma 1/2 with Kaori Daigoku? They got all that ramen at the end. I wonder if they're still eating all of that.
Our favorite food is...
Takeout ramen.
Eat up now, everyone. There's plenty more where that came from.
And this special will be scored by the energetic yet slightly gloomy sounds of NES Strider.
Strider, you will never leave your Asia alive. I got you.
Strider, hear you. He will never leave Eurasia alive. I got you.
Deadpool sure does love his tacos. I'll have 3 hamburgers, 3 milkshakes, and 3 tacos. You sure do eat like a horse.
I'll have 2 hamburgers and 2 chocolate milkshakes, please.
I want 3 hamburgers, 3 milkshakes, and 3 tacos.
You sure eat like a horse.
Well, hope you enjoyed that list. Tune in next time for part 2, and I think those people who are going to use the timestamp should be here by now. Just like in about another 3 seconds or so. 3, 2... Ah, there you are! Welcome back! Having crossed that big threshold of episode 303, you guys may recall that this whole show, the whole impetus to creating this show, started with a Trader Joe's product. So I found it only fitting to go back to it today. Trader Joe's Blueberry Lavender Flavored Almond Beverage with other natural flavors. A smooth and creamy non-dairy beverage. Alright, this leaves me a little bit worried because I had almond milk in the past review and I found it only okay. I mean, I could definitely drink a carton of it. But this says it's non-dairy. And this looks like one of those cartons that you don't have to refrigerate. And that fills me with a lot of trepidation. The wheels are turning with this particular item. I find myself a little bit confounded because the Divinity Crate sent this to me cold. Normally when you see a carton that looks like this, it's some kind of weird faux dairy beverage that doesn't need to be refrigerated. But it came to me cold. This must be some kind of weird new service that the Divinity Crate is offering. I mean, yeah, the Divinity Crate has sent me cold things in the past, like that eggnog ice cream that I had in that one review and all those silk soy milks. But with this item, I mean, normally when I get a carton that looks like this, it just comes to me at room temperature. But it's cold, so I'm a little bit scared. How does one differentiate between something that needs to be refrigerated and something that doesn't? As a matter of fact, why don't things need to be refrigerated? I remarked about it in that Vegemite review that I did a while back. Those cartons you could leave on a shelf for years and decades and they'll never ever spoil. It's only until you pop that cap does the fluid within start to develop a fungal bacteria. And why is that? What kind of science is happening inside this plain cardboard box? It's not like it's a freaking spacesuit. It's not like it's got the vacuum of space in there preserving everything. What the hell? Maybe it's about time I get to the bottom of this. The canning process makes food safe. Existing bacteria and fungi are killed. The intrusion of new pathogens is prevented by sealing the container. As soon as you open the can or jar, its contents are exposed to the surrounding air, which will contain bacteria and fungal spores. Some of these will happily grow feeding on the food they land on. In our air? Refrigerating slows down their metabolism, meaning that they can't reach dangerous numbers within the recommended storage time after opening. This all came from cookingstackexchange.com. Makes you kind of scared of the air that we breathe, right? I just had an idea that's crazy and kind of a little bit creepy. And you know, here comes another one of DJ Clive's patented metaphor/simile segments. That could be a possible idea for a future Mocha's Limbo Grub 10. But when your weatherman talks about wind chill, what is he talking about? He's talking about, well, when the conditions are perfect, it's actually going to be this temperature. But when a gust of wind thrusts you in the face, it's going to feel like it is this temperature. But really, in reality, it's always this temperature. What is the wind chill within our human bodies? And by that, I mean, we're breathing in air constantly, and that air's got bacteria and fungus and all sorts of gunk in it. If we were breathing in clean air, then what is the life expectancy of a human? I bet you human beings could feasibly live hundreds more years. You gotta believe if bacteria is raining upon our food and killing it dead, then what is it doing to us? Has such a study ever been done? Or how would this study ever be done? Can you trap somebody in a room filled with nothing but pure air? Even people who put air purifiers in every room, that gunk is gonna find its way in. If you could see that gunk in predator vision, I bet you everything would just be red. Such an experiment would be hard to pull off, but I have a theory about a way we can do it. The casinos in Las Vegas are going out of business all the time. The Las Vegas that I went to 20 years ago is completely different from the Las Vegas that I've been to only a few years ago. Those things are constantly going under, they're being demoed and rebuilt all the time. How about instead of demoing the Flamingo, let's just say, when it goes under, you leave that thing up and you trap a guy inside that casino. You have him live there his entire life. Those casinos are pumped with the purest air. I mean, maybe the Flamingo is a bad idea because when you get near the doors, you can smell the penguin poo permeating through, but you get the idea. You keep somebody in that casino, you keep that air running. That air is specifically crafted to keep people inside that casino and gambling. They're not going to want to go outside into the searing heat and the disgusting smelling air with all the exhaust from the cars whizzing by and all that. People want to go inside, they want to breathe that air, they want to taste that air. You wash all the countertops, you Lysol all the slot machines, you have that guy trapped in there playing slots until the day he croaks. I bet you he lives to be like 400, 500 years old. And maybe we can name him Nicodemus. He knows too much. Maybe that one's good enough to make the list next week. All right, what were we doing? Dun, 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 dun. I have solved the mystery. It says right here on the bottom of the carton, refrigerate after opening. Meaning that this is one of those items that can sit on a shelf for years and years and never ever spoil. Never a good thing with a creamy dairy-style product. I mean, it has blueberry and lavender in it, two tastes that I am welcome to that might help it out, but I'm just reminded of that Vegemite. The whole prospect, the whole idea of Vegemite, it sounded like it should have been good, but it tasted like the carton that it came out of. I wonder if it's gonna be blue. Let's find out together. And doesn't look blue, looks kind of whitish, but let's see what it looks like inside the container. Yeah, it just looks like regular milk with a very, very slight purple tint to it. And it smells really good. It smells kind of like breakfast cereal a little bit. But it does lead me to wonder. Most people who would drink almond milk are health nuts. How healthy can this possibly be if it's got all those preservatives in there? Why would anyone drink this if they could have the honest-to-goodness real thing? Why would the company make this if they could just make the real thing? The only thing I can think of is that it's cheaper to produce. It's the only reason why this exists is because it's cheaper. It's the only thing I can think of. I mean, if there exists anywhere out there blueberry, lavender, almond milk, like the real thing, let me know because I would like to try that. But for now, I'm just gonna have to settle for the imitation one. This tastes nice. It's not very often I use the word nice to describe a taste, but this tastes nice. It makes me feel warm and happy. Thankfully, like the Vegemite, it doesn't have that strong imitation milky taste to it. It's very, very light. Maybe a little bit more watery than I would like it to be, but I think maybe that's what they had to do, so it wouldn't have that imitation milky taste. And on top of that, a very, very light blueberry taste. Not really tasting the lavender too much, but it does have a little bit of a freshness to it. The kind of, I don't know, I've said it before about like the charcoal lemonade that I had in the past review that kind of leaves your mouth feeling clean. And with a dairy product, I mean, normally with dairy products, when you drink them, your mouth feels really dirty. This leaves your mouth feeling very clean. That could be the lavender. I bet you if you drank this and you belched in your friend's face, it wouldn't even really smell like anything, except for the food that you had before. The closest thing I can compare it to, it tastes like a very light blueberry flavor. And I really hope this is non-dairy because I'm going for seconds. I like this a lot, miraculously. If I were to give this a star rating, I'll give it 3.5 stars. And as I drink this, I can't shake the feeling that this would taste especially good if I were to warm it up. Can I do that? I can do that. All right, time for the true verdict. Let's see if this is as good as I think it's gonna be. Oh, where's that star rating? Bring that star rating back up. No, you are wrong. You are going up a half a star. 4 stars. It's not every day where I'm turned on to a new taste and a new experience. Nowadays, it's becoming increasingly difficult to do that because everything's been done already. But this is new and refreshingly unique. I suggest you go out there and you find yourself a carton of Trader Joe's blueberry lavender flavored almond beverage. Even though the man is a vile betrayer of America, he is a traitor after all, let's not forget. He knows what he's doing when it comes to healthy food. He takes those healthy foods and he presents them in a manner where they're safe to ingest. And I send this message to all the dairy farmers and all the almond milk producers out there. 4 stars on this show is a pretty lofty goal. I don't give such a rating out very much. I'm a pretty tough judge that way. But I see the potential, easy potential, for this score to even go up from there. Because this is imitation almond milk. This is what it is. You took regular almond milk and you infused it with the taste of blueberry and lavender, and you did it the right way. Let's not forget that you can always botch things up. You do all of that? That's an easy 5-star rating. I don't see how it could be anything else. If this such a thing exists, it might be out there somewhere, and I just am ignorant to it. If it exists and you've enjoyed it, there's a comment section down below. Please let me know. I'll try to get the Divinity Crate to get a hold of it and send it to the show. It's your good buddy DJ Clive saying, until next time, I'll see you in Limbo. And I'm feeling blue today, baby. I'm blue, yadoo, yadoo, ba.